Hi guys, it's Twigs, and for today's video, I'm going to be telling the story of Jonah. Now, Jonah was a prophet. Ooh, ooh. But he never really got it. Sad but true. In case you're wondering, a prophet is someone who receives and shares messages from God. One day, God had a very important message for Jonah to deliver.
Arise, Jonah, go to Nineveh and preach against it, for their wickedness is against me.
Are you crazy? I don't think so.
So, Jonah ignored God and ran down to Joppa, where he paid to get on a boat that was headed towards Tarshish. God sent a terrible storm that threatened to sink the ship. All the men on board were terrified, crying out to their gods and throwing everything off the ship in an attempt to lighten the load. Meanwhile, Jonah was fast asleep.
How on earth can you sleep through this?
The men on the ship decided to cast lots to determine who was responsible for the storm, and the results pointed to Jonah.
What have you done? How are we supposed to fix this?
This is all my fault. Just throw me into the sea.
I'm to be accused of murder! No thanks.
The men tried with all their might to row back to shore, but the storm just got even worse, so they only had one option left. The Lord provided a giant fish to swallow up Jonah, and he stayed in there for 3 days and 3 nights. The entire second chapter of Jonah consists of Jonah's prayer to God from the belly of the fish. In this prayer, he promises to listen from now on, and so God spares him and commands him once again to go into Nineveh. And he does. Jonah travels for a whole day into the massive city and finally relays God's important message.
In 40 days, Nineveh will be overthrown.
Surprisingly, after this simple statement, all of Nineveh repented and fasted, even the king and the cattle. Because Nineveh vowed to change their evil ways, God forgave them. This angered Jonah, for some reason.
The Ninevites do not deserve forgiveness? See, I knew you were going to do this. This is why I ran to Tarshish. Why don't you just kill me now?
Does it do you any good to be angry?
Jonah disregarded this and went out to watch what would become of Nineveh, still hoping that it would be destroyed. God created a huge plant to grow up so that Jonah would have some shade, which made him very happy. But the next morning, God had a worm eat up and destroy the plant.
Everything is going wrong. I'd be better off dead.
Now, Jonah, does it do you any good to be so upset over a plant?
Yes. I am so angry that I wish I were dead.
You are so concerned over this plant, which you didn't grow, and which came up and died in a day. So should I not have concern for Nineveh, a city of over 120,000 people and animals who don't know right from wrong?
This is where the story ends. We never find out how Jonah responds, but there's a valuable lesson to be learned nonetheless. Isaiah 55:7 says, "Let the wicked forsake their ways and the unrighteous their thoughts. Let them turn to the Lord, and he will have mercy on them, and our God, for he will freely pardon." God forgives our enemies, so we should too. When you hold on to all that hatred and negativity, all it does is bring misery to your own life. Learn to forgive and let go, and allow God's joy to fill your life. And this is the part of the show where we thank our wonderful voice actors, with David Wilbur as Jonah, Jonathan as the voice of Yahweh, Gabe as the captain and crew, and my sister as herself. Everyone did a fantabulous job. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. What did you get from this story? Let me know in the comments below. I would like to thank Anthony for the wonderful drawing he did for me. He drew me and both of my siblings, which I find absolutely adorable. If any of y'all have drawings you would like to show me, you can send them to twigsanimation@gmail.com. I hope y'all are having a blessed week, and as always, stay tuned, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.